My name is Rhapsody, and welcome back to Elden Ring. We were descending into the deepest root depths available to us. Keeping a little bit of height just in case there's any areas we can only explore with this height. After having committed ourselves to becoming the Lord of Frenzied Flame, possibly. I don't know. Maybe I'll shirk that responsibility. Flame's just a bit hot. I'm just coming to think of it now. Could I be the Lord of, like, a comfortable jacket? Could I... Hey, hang on. Not how I thought that one was gonna go. I think I've, 60,000 souls down there, maybe? What I mean is none. No souls down there. Which actually, you know, it does free me up. I can make any witch jump I want at this point. Because worst case scenario, it doesn't matter. In that same vein, it might now be totally viable for me to just decide to run by. Whoop! Okay, a little too far. But it may just be viable for me to run by all of the ants, because each ant for me is too difficult to kill. I don't have scaling damage on the jar cannon outside of, you know, leveling it up anymore. I don't have the ability to kind of one-shot each of them. What I really need is better bolts. Better great bolts, specifically. Okay, so that way, and then we walk that way. And then this way. It may seem daft, but I am actually finding a method here that is now more consistent for getting myself down. As well as quick. But where am I going to find, like... The recipe especially would be the good thing to find for making better great bolts. Because with the recipe, I'll just continue doing it. I'll just stack up on only those. There's not that many things I need to craft, really. I do still want to continue trying to put the blood boil fervor into the build, because I do love the idea of that actually being like a mechanical rage. I don't think I really had the ability to get up to that top side from there. Okay. Now I recall how we died. Just slip sliding off this map from here. You know what? I'll attack one of them, but if they're gonna take 2 hits each, it's just not gonna be viable, is it? That missed! Okay, I'm dead. Unless they are very, very calm with their throw. I simply need not to charge any of these attacks. And seemingly just wait for them to fall to their own deaths in some way? Unless someone else has been taking them out at a distance for us. Why would 2 of them have died from, especially that fall? It doesn't look like that would be a lethal fall. I don't think the ants have the ability to strike one another, otherwise they would constantly be doing it. Curious, very curious. This does look like we are now, yeah, back in the natural entrance. Great waterfall crest just around this corner, I believe. Yep, there it is. So I said I was also going to go back to Fear in this area, but I may just teleport there from here. Take a rest, and I left this open and walkable, but I think that was because I wanted to walk out in this area. Which I think I also ended up doing. Hey, Phil, want to help me with this? I accidentally pledged myself to someone else.
Prince of Death, take a good long
Hey-o.
look. See the wrath of the Golden Order, the Order's justice writ in blood. This is what's become of your precious witch. Naught but expired meat and bone. This is a proper death, O Prince. Look at this rotten whore.
Oh, buddy.
No more children can be got from this useless flesh. Behold, your mother is dead. This is revenge, you witch, and you ghoul. This is the wrath of D.
You know, I don't feel great anymore about giving all of this, all of these appurtenance and accessory and armaments and armor, to this goddamn golden incel. What the hell, my man? Well, rip fear.
Hello. The rotten witch is dead. The Golden Order unsullied. Now I can look my brother Darian in the eye. Honeyed rays of gold, deliver my spirit. Darian, now I have no regrets. Honeyed rays of gold, deliver my spirit.
Honeyed rays of gold deliver my spirit.
Darian, honeyed rays of gold, deliver my spirit.
Grace guide me to the foot of an Erd tree? But that's like here? But this area is death? I'm still not certain I fully understand the relationship between death and the Erd tree. Fear's hood and robe. Let's have a look at those. Hood of black cloth that covers the whole head. Worn by Fear, the deathbed companion, on her journey after being exiled from her home. The fabric itself is soft as silk. The fabric itself is soft as silk and thin enough that those embraced can feel every pulse, every bit of her warmth. You gonna update?
Darian, honeyed ray.
See if we pop a squat and update his dialogue. Or he leaves. Inseparable sword, as well as I get the armor set back. Twinned helm, armor, gauntlets, and greaves. There's no body here, though. So it seems like he just dropped all his equipment and walked away. Especially considering the body of Fear is still here. I don't think the set will have updated. Yeah, it's definitely not updated. Perhaps this armor longs away to find its way to the other day. It's still good armor. It's definitely that. What else did they drop? The Inseparable Greatsword, was it? Inseparable Sword. But it is Greatsword. Sea Scales with Faith has holy damage and Sacred Blade. A sacred weapon to hunt those who live in death. Deals holy damage. The Inseparable Twins found solace in the Golden Order. The only institution not to revile them as accursed beings. The only institution not to revile them as accursed beings. What was accursed about them? The Twinned Armor, they are two body and two minds, but one single soul. Not once do they stand together, not one word do they speak to one another. I mean, we definitely never see them in the same environment. So does just one go limp and then the other animates out in the world and then vice versa? What's accursed about them? Why do people revile them for it? I think pretty much all of those questions are going to continue to circle in my mind until I see them again. Not necessarily going to be as recognizable not wearing the armor. It certainly stands out. It's got poise and it stands out. Yes, this is a teleport back to Lane Dell, Royal Capital. We've entered and explored through here before. I think there is still more of Lane Dell that I haven't done. Oh, man. I have to say, we look rad as hell with the embrace of the fingers on this outfit. Although, I also have been told that, yes, while I can reverse, having chosen that as my ending, Melina will never speak to me again. Oops. Well, sometimes you gotta choose which new content you see, I guess. And then this is the main entry into Lane Dell again. Another comment that I saw recently, just before we go back up the mountain, especially while we're generally out in this area, was to explore a little in the west of the minor air tree up here. West? East? Ah. And another one that I remember is that this area ought to be visited at nighttime. Maybe both of those are the same tip. Although it doesn't really seem nighttime yet. Maybe just due to the light emitted from the air tree. Near enough by. Alright. Let's see how spooky it can get. Yeah, the air tree's just way too radiant to allow for a full nighttime here, I guess. I'm here for spooking. Hello. Spooky? Spooky giant skeleton? Tibia Marina, man? Those don't typically seem to spawn on a day-night scale. I guess it's theoretically possible that I am thinking of a completely different graveyard. Fine. I'm gonna collect this and move on then. I'll just wander around forever. Take the Grace Mimic and then head over to the other side of the minor entry. While watching Peak play the other day, I saw, especially in an early area, a couple of knight enemies that I haven't seen before. A knight's cavalry that spawns in a different location than I'd ever seen, as well as a deathbird, which I thought was unique. Nope. They just spawn in another location as well. I imagine I'm going to end up going back for all of them, kind of checklisting to make sure that I've completed every single boss, even if they are, by the end of the game, even less risky than like a default holo or anything like that. Well, I'll be. Maybe it meant out that way? Yeah, that'd make sense. Alright. Back on the horse. We should also try and define what our broader goals are. So getting both of the steels up in the mountains seems like an incredibly good idea to me to fill out more of the map. In terms of backing up, I do think at this point we would probably be able to do the Ringleader's Everjail. And that might give me a little bit more information about the world that I still kind of crave. That ought to be about it, though. I think I'll go for the Everjail soon. No need to disturb y'all. Have done it before. And I'm deeply regretful. We're just having a nice evening over there. I did not need to get involved. I'll cut this random item here, thank you. Smithing stone 5, not bad. Not necessarily going to be used, but not bad either. I could totally see the world where I end up finding a different ranged weapon that I think fits a little bit more with this build. Something in the great bow varietal. Whether or not that weapon would be a smithing stone versus non-smithing stone, summer smithing stone upgrade, probably the second one, let's be real. This isn't to a new catacomb I haven't seen, is it? Yeah, no, this one is pointing directly downwards, which I already explored. Okay, as it turns out, it was entirely my bad. It's not the Minor Air Tree I'm looking for. It's the Minor Air Tree Church. I forgot one word! Come on, it was... Why did it have to be the most relevant word in it, though? So, looking out in that direction, there's those. A camp over the other side, which I imagine I probably cleared. But other than that, what's west of here? Theoretically an NPC or something like that? I'm gonna stick with the camp. Oh, buddy! There we go. Get a tree spirit to spawn out of the sky. Oh. That's an incredibly powerful attack, friend. Unfortunately, also makes me believe that my holy damage against you is unlikely to be incredible. So I'm going to stick to poise damage. One more. I think it charged. R2 will probably... There we go. Pop you on the ground now. Ooh, doing exceptionally little damage, though. Because of the basic nature of my weapon at the moment. Getting a fire grease on this bar would be particularly good, though. In the future in that same situation. There's golden seed for us. I need your strongest weapon. Giant Crusher. Oh. I'll take both of those off for just a second. It is a colossal weapon. I can wield it. It requires 60 strength. A hammer made from a boulder used in the war against the giants, one of the heftiest weapons in the entire lands between. After the giants were quelled, a man turned against man in violence. And man turned against man in violence. This weapon was all but forgotten. Man has grown feeble in comparison to his forebears. Has the skill of Endure. Assume an anchored stance to brace for incoming attacks, briefly boosting poise. I think I'm going to upgrade this weapon. Is it like default typing? I can even put an Ash of War on it. Oh, good lord. Oh, I think that makes its way into the builds very easily. I just don't know how I will customize it after that point. Let me go clear that waypoint as well. Then maybe try and pick up some runes from fighting in the Everjail. And then use those for upgrading the Giant Crusher. So effectively at that rate, I would be hot swapping. Hot swapping. I would not be, because you can't do that whilst in combat. So I would be carefully swapping between the Jar Cannon and the Giant Crusher on my other hand whenever I think is appropriate. In this fight, though, I do not need to make that choice. Everjail's up that way. In terms of our combat ability at the moment, Razor's Faith, the Two Fingers Heirloom, is probably one of the things I need the least here. Getting more physical damage negation's pretty good against Black Knife Assassins. Although I think maybe this one also uses Blood Flame. Alright. Time to finally close out this entire plateau. I'm at least initially not gonna summon, even if there is the ability to do so. Because this enemy type is very exciting. Oh, I'm not even gonna be able to summon. Perfect. Okay. One knockdown and one crit. Specifically, I think one of the things I like so much about it, there's the... Is that Blood Flame? One of the things I think I like so much about it is the very accurate nature of the hitboxes. So just doing an attack that dodges your head down for a second will successfully dodge a lot of attacks in this area. Or jumping will also... Feeling like a lot of my actions are really, really slow right now. Like, especially slow. Like, there, I jumped in the air and at least attempted to do a jumping attack the entire time. Nothing. It's just difficult because it's taking away all of my ability to keep up any poise damage, which is how I'm intending to kill here. Here we go again. Sometimes I think my controller might be captured by two different sources at the same time somehow. As though Steam is trying to hook it, Elden Ring is trying to hook it, a program I used to have installed for using it online, like dodging that attack, by the way, as a coder to the previous thing. That, like, other programs I've had installed in the past, like DS4 for Windows, are all trying to hook it at the same time, and that's somehow screwing it up. All right, Electa. And that's all she wrote. I'll be taking these ones home. Black Knight Tish, as well as 80,000. Oh. I might could have used a golden pickled falfel before that. Let's have a look at Black Knight Tish. Legendary Ashen Remains. Used to summon the spirit of Black Knight Tish. Tish was one of the assassins who, on the night of the plot, imbued her knife with the rune of death and slew Godwin the Golden. She was the daughter of the Black Knife ringleader Electo and was killed protecting her mother during their flight from the royal capital. Well, I'll say that's definitely going to be enough to level up. Sorry, not to level up, to well, level up the weapon. I probably should talk to some people in here. I imagine they might have something to say about the whole scarring of my flesh and giving myself over to be the Lord of Fire.
For spirit.
Roderick does not mind. Smithing Stone 7. No, we're still waiting for the 2 extra for Great Club. Yeah, just basic smithing stones with the Giant Crusher. I'm out of smithing stone 2s. I'm going to need 5 more of them. I'll also check how many 3s and 4s I'm going to need, because it's 12 total for upgrading a single weapon past all required smithing stones of that tier. The bell-bearing Sofa. Okay, so for 3s, I'm still going to need 7 more. Then for 2s, I still need 5 more to finish it off. 18, and then 6s, I'm going to need 3 more. Easy. I honestly should have done that first, but I did have just this deep trust in my soul that I was going to have enough smithing stones by this point for the upgrade on it. Well, I guess I did just do that as well to the Great Club. There. And unless I want to continue going and spending the smithing stones that I'm intending to move my Great Club to 21 with, that's max on the Giant Crusher for us right now. Actually, another thing I should probably consider while we're here. Let's un-two-hand this weapon. There we go. So we have 332 by base plus 255. So I'm losing 16 and I'm picking up 22. So this is only 6 more damage stronger than the Great Club. I obviously don't intend to compare them directly against one another consistently. We're going to be using them probably to power stance when we intend to. Oh wow, I'm still in medium load with this. Alright. I don't actually like how they look in this orientation. As in, like, the hammer being the front one and the club being behind. I'm pretty happy to have done this before going back to the mountains, though. Because what do giants like least of all? Being poise broken. It's just instant death. I think we'll be well prepared for them. Okay, Shabriri's there. Oh! Shabriri! I have great news! I committed heresy! You're a big fan of heresy. Let's get a heresy group chat going on. Anyone? Whoa! Hey! Hey! Give me some grapes? No, Iron Castle, the Ronin's outfit entirely as well. Iron Casa of the man who calls himself Shibruri. Crafted to imitate. I was going to say initiate, and I had to cut out of it very quickly. Crafted to imitate the woven straw hats worn in the land of reeds. The man, once known as Yora, kept a woman in the deepest reaches of his heart. Highly functional and heavily worn. Same again. And same again. No extra information given on that. Okay. Now, having cleared that and having found our direction, I also still do want to explore that up there. Ooh. Actually, how do I get up to the very top of this again? Because it does look like I've managed to completely avoid that statue. Some more ruins. That's the area down south. I might not actually, from this angle, be able to get to the very top of this building yet. And building. Mountain. Are mountains not just the buildings of the world? I ask you this. And when you say no, I say huh? And just play dumb from then on out. Just gonna go around flattening things for a while. Okay, I don't think I can get actually on top of this building just yet. It looks like it probably connects from out here. Which is also probably why the map is so specific and cuts exactly along that line, so you can't tell how you're going to get back up to this. So this will just go all the way back out to the Ancient Snow Valley Ruins. And then if I wanted to, I would join the main path across the Freezing Lake back in this direction. Is there any other way to pair out onto the other side? Not that I yet know of. Okay, let's drop that tag, drop this tag, and then just return to the guidance of grace. I've completely balked so many storylines at this point. I'm gonna go find some new NPCs whose lives I can ruin. Accidentally, I assure you. But how many times can I accidentally ruin people's lives before it's on me to not get involved? It's like, how many wishes can you make on the cursed monkey's paw before it's like, come on, you should have known that, you know, you should have known that I would like to be the richest man in the world was probably going to turn you into a big bar of chocolate. Like, that's the precedent that's been set by all the other ones you've done so far. 2 Stone's Word keys. My Stone's Word. Spirit Caller Cave, though. Time to meet some Spirit Calling snails. I'm gonna keep the double heavy weapon for a bit. Just flatten a snail if I see one. God damn it, of course. Why? What? It didn't. It's not even. I didn't even drop it to enemies. Why did that still scare me? I think it's just the intensity of the focus. Hey. It didn't kill? Well, that's just absurd. How is it alive? The amount of enemies that I just don't kill. Like, if I had 3 more damage at all times, I would have committed so many murders so much more quickly over the course of this. Just wistful about all of that efficient murder I could have done. Oh. I mean, look. There's another path out if I wanted it. This one's probably another fall down. Tempting fate there for a second. Just taking the control of the fear back into my hands. I'll be scared on my own schedule. There we go. Hey! Still someone else's summon, I guess. Or real. You know what? This just happens way too slow. I'm taking this weapon away. We tried it out. I might use it later. It is not for now, though. We just need the power and flexibility of being able to thump with a weapon we're familiar with. With the timings we're familiar with. There we go. Take a Golden Rune 12, Freezing Grace, Crystal Cave Moss. This does have a path around as well. If I had to guess, it's going to be to a Spirit Caller that's also up on a ledge that otherwise I would not be able to access in a later area. Come on, prove me right. Or I fall through the ground. One or the other. Golden Rune 10. Rune Arc. And a Hero's Rune. Interesting. Pretty value-dense rune right there. Oh, I also do have a Newman's Rune. I have access to a lot of runes at any point that I should want them. Shh, stay very, very quiet. Well done. I predict that they are going to stay perfectly quiet for now until eternity. Get some arterial leaf for clearing out the area. Can I project light any further with this? Nope. Oh, is this back to the top of the hole that we fell through? Oh, it looks like it is. There was an alternative path at some point down here, if I recall correctly. And that'll be this one. Oh, I almost don't want to kill any of the snails. Look at all these. Sorry, bud. Where are the snails? Like, I am going to kind of play this like a stealth check section. Oh, there we are. White Reed Armor, Gauntlets, and Greaves. That can't be all of them, though, right? Yeah, there's another snail over on the other side. Yeah, I can see it. What? Okay. Indie Ruiner of Disciples or something? That's almost certainly going to be the character whose armor I just picked up. I didn't have enough time to read their armor before I decided they needed to die. We did not get a headpiece for it. White Reed Armor. Armor of the White Reeds, fashioned from banded iron plates, worn by the Inaba, head disciples of the great swordsman Okina. The Inaba traveled in pursuit of not only the master who abandoned them, but also proper deaths, won honorably through hard-fought combat. To be a White Reed is to seek death, fitting for the Inaba. who desired nothing more than to die by the sword. I'm afraid I wield a club. Okay, exact same information on the rest of the outfit as well. I do hope that it is just the metaphorical sword. They needed to die by the attack of an enemy, because I flattened them like a pancake instead. And if they needed to be diced and sliced to access the afterlife, I cannot provide that. Not at all. I don't think any of the weapons I'm currently holding can do... Well, inseparable sword possibly, but I can't use that. I don't know which end to hold. Barbarian, not smart. Barbarian, strong. Alright. Time to fight a spirit called Snail. Where are you? It's absolutely not the Godskin you actually want me to attack. So where's this snail at? Thankfully, they were finishing that animation. Okay. Weirdly could not jump in their direction at all. I think I probably lost all of the poise damage that I built up at the start of this fight. Thankfully, save their throwing fire attack. Their range is exceptionally poor. Damn it. Well done. So yeah, we obviously hadn't gotten to the second phase of that fight yet, so it hadn't gotten as difficult as it was going to get. But still, I think we can just manage their poise very, very effectively. I just need to get back in the tune. I don't know what it is, but every action I do seems sluggish. Oh god, I'm gonna have to run past so many things just to get... Oh, I didn't even think about that. Oh, that's gonna be a nightmare. Alright. Thankfully, I know where a decent enough amount of them are. Up on the left here. I hear the hell, but I don't answer. That one's not for me. Go. Even before you get summoned. Yeah, because they would have been blocking the door over here otherwise as well. Okay, I guess it's not that difficult to get back here. There's no way that's like an illusory wall at all. Nope. Alright, buddy. Get any follow-up attack to that? Damn it. Shouldn't have asked. Actually managed to get 2 heals off there without being punished. Shame I need to do so again, but it works out. Doing a lot of multi-panic rolling. Also, excuse me at some of these hits that aren't making it. Thank you. Knock you down to the ground. Get a crit. You're in your second phase now. I'm gonna open with a lot of aggression here. Because you're sure to follow up with it. Oh boy. Get close. Damn it! Oh, I really thought I should try and continue going for the poise break there at the very end. I think I should have just backed up. I don't know if I would have actually had the opportunity to get the extra health out, though. I wonder if running past everyone is just way more efficient here. It can't be. There'd just be too many things following me at all times. Maybe I don't have to kill both of these snails and I can just jump over the wolf at the end. I will say a far more compelling case would be made if all of the ashes that are getting unsummoned would happen to just a little bit give us some resources. Just a couple souls would do me. Let's... I wonder, would holy... I mean, they were Godskin, right? Holy damage is going to do less against them, I would have to imagine. I think Magic Grace actually might be a reasonable choice for us here in this fight. I'm going to start us up as well before going in. Bring it, bud. Man, my wind down is exceptionally slow right now. Okay, knock you down. Took a exceptionally early crit there. I was really hoping I was going to roll through the worst part of that. Take a full heal, keep up poise damage. Got almost no endurance at the moment. Damn it. Worst case scenario again, probably one hit from Boy's death there. Am I just used to the timing of a different weapon or a different game? Why is everything so slow? Nothing's different about my equip loading or anything like that. Wow. Thank you. Oh, that was about to be a nightmare. Pretty tricked out way to get that one down, though. And I think I'm just going to run past these. Give doing it poorly an idea. It totally works. Yep, it's completely fine. No problems whatsoever with it. Lost the runes from here last time, though. Okay. one down. Do a charged hit here and then run. Up in the distance. Ooh! Struck him on his swing past. That is 2 heavy charged R2s that we've managed to get into the enemy. I'm just randomly getting a lot of lag immediately as soon as that happened. The game could not handle how completely dunked on this Godskin Apostle got. That's the kind of fight I was trying to have previous. Okay, yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay, this is cool as hell. So eventually, obviously, we're going to kill enough of these, and then the Spirit Caller is going to reveal itself. Back up. Let me back up. Take a heal. You try and input read me. Roll out of the way of that. Take a hit. Trying to use that as an area denial tool. Really shouldn't have bothered. Okay, knock him down. Take our valuable crit. This fight is going to be a bit difficult because this guy is much more of a nightmare in his second phase than the other ever becomes. Here's the second phase, I guess. Oh, instant crit at the start of the second phase. That's promising. It's pretty much exactly what I expected to have happen. Not rolling around yet. I'm very surprised that he's not on the ground, but one more hit might do it. Oh! That's the second one down, all right. Hey, buddy. Hey, you didn't think you'd get to this, did you? Damn it! I ate it just a second too late! We got the Godskin Swaddling Cloth and the Black Flame Ritual, though. The Godskin Swaddling Cloth. Successive attacks restore HP. Sacred Cloth of the Godskin Apostles, made from supple skin sewn together. Successive attacks restore HP. The Gloam-Eyed Queen cradles newborn apostles swaddled in this cloth. Soon they will grow to become the death of the gods. And the Black Flame Incantation. Black Flame Ritual. 42 faiths spawns a circle of Black Flame pillars around the caster. The Gloam-Eyed Queen led the apostles. It is said she was an Empyrean chosen by the Fingers. Summons a circle of Black Flame pillars. Yep, exactly as you might expect. I think that's this area well complete. And along with it, this episode. For the moment, my name is Rhapsody. The name of the game has been Elden Ring. Series playlist up in that top left. YouTube recommendation down below. Streaming past the names of people so generously supporting the Republic on patreon.com/RhapsodyPlays. At or above the thank tier. And special thanks to this episode to Jazzy. Hopefully you all have been enjoying yourselves, and hopefully we'll see you all next time.